Hello once again, I'm Charles Aite. Now, the CEO of the McDan Group, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, has commended the innovation of entrepreneurs amid COVID-19, saying that it has been phenomenal. Speaking at the launch of the second season of the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge in Accra, Dr. Daniel Macaulay explained that this new season of the challenge will be keen on innovation, positive attitude, and enterprise.
I see more innovation this time. I see more of different dynamics in terms of the first season, and I can also see that the second season the contestants are very serious and very determined. Most of them did not really, when we started this challenge, everybody thought it was a joke. After they saw what really happened and what is really happening to the lives of the season one contestants, it's been very competitive this season.
In your submission, you made a very key statement that COVID-19 has brought the best out of entrepreneurs. How much so?
Well, I mean, you can see what is going on around you. COVID has brought the best, really brought the best out of entrepreneurs. I mean, we all have to remodel our businesses. I mean, by remodeling your business, we were locked down for a very long time, unless you are not a very good entrepreneur. Imagine you are an entrepreneur, you've been locked down. No revenue coming in, no movement, nothing. It's an opportunity for an entrepreneur to think, to be innovative.
Beyond innovation and drive, what other metrics are you going to be using to measure the success of these candidates?
Well, it's about attitude. It's all about attitude and their determination and consistency and becoming successful people. There are many metrics, but with me, every successful man had to be disciplined and also put up the right attitude. What makes you successful is not really what you know. It's not really what you have learned, but it is about your attitude.
How do you measure government input in ensuring that entrepreneurs reach the global stage? We've seen with the MBSSI, we've seen with the National Entrepreneurship Innovation Plan, but how do you rate their intervention so far?
Well, government is doing very well, if you ask me. I mean, for what I'm seeing out there, government have outlined many programs to help the to help the youth. Unemployment will never go away without the input of the private sector.
Well, so how innovative have young entrepreneurs been amid COVID-19? Well, Al-Hassan Koligu Hamza is the founder of the Alco Share and a young entrepreneur wading through the storms of COVID-19. He joins us for more analysis on what Dr. Daniel Macaulay told us earlier on. Welcome to the program, Hassan. So, I mean, we've heard from Dr. Daniel Macaulay the fact that entrepreneurs have been very innovative during COVID-19. You are an distinguished entrepreneur in your own field, but how special is your story amid COVID-19?
Thank you very much, my brother. The enthusiasm was there and the excitement immediately after the season one was finished and I was declared winner. So I wanted to run very fast as a young entrepreneur who have waited so long to put up something or to start a business. I was very excited and I wanted to put things in place very, very fast.
But how has COVID-19 been for you?
But then COVID-19 came. And when it came, actually, initially I was confused because it affected everything.
You're confused.
Even physical movement was a problem.
Yeah.
So not to talk of business. But that gave me an opportunity to re-examine my business model and see whether it can survive in the future if such things do come again.
So when you say you re-examined your business model, what exactly did you do?
I really look at whether without human movement, business can still go on, and re-examined the distribution channels and realized that I can still do business even without moving physically, and that has helped.
I do know that you ventured into shea production, of which you turned out to be the winner of last season's challenge. The shea industry is really granting jobs to hundreds of households, especially those in the northern region, the women in that sphere. What's the special thing that you bring on board?
The special thing about ALCO Share is that we are women focused. Actually, we've realized that the share industry is not doing much for the women. Meanwhile, the whole business revolves around them. And you know, women, when they get little income, it goes direct into their household.
Exactly.
They don't have where to spend their money. It just goes direct into the household. And that actually motivated me much. When I saw the women struggling to get funding and investment in order to expand their business, these little household businesses, that motivated me to put up something. And so I'm not just, I'm not a CEO or a business owner. I'm only an employee of the women up there. And I'm just doing their bidding, selling their message, trying to attract investment for them. And once there is proper investment and their businesses, they have access to larger market and they can produce in large quantities, definitely it will enhance their income and they will be empowered.
Interesting.
To take more.
Yeah. I was caught up when you talked about the women, the fact that you're serving them. But, you know, we've seen the disruptions of COVID-19. We've seen how most of these women, likely in the rural zones, have bear the brunt of COVID-19. People not moving. You talked about the lockdown. How are they now repositioning themselves to be much more relevant to the market now?
When COVID-19 came, it came at a time that the share season was just starting. So actually they started picking up their nuts. By the time that the lockdown came, picking of share nut was very, that was the busiest period. So it affected them somehow because they could not pick much.
Great.
But the little that they have picked, they are trying to reposition themselves.
Okay.
They are not rushing to sell off to the middlemen and then to lose.
Okay.
So they are repositioning themselves very well.
Great.
To take advantage of the market.
We can't leave this discussion without talking about the $100,000, that you received, having turned winner of the previous season. How have you maximized this amount so far?
I entered into the competition to build the business. So my focus wasn't actually in the cash. But then, how do I build that business? So in the final day, they asked me, how are you going to use the money? And I outlined how I was going to use the money. And I think that was even why I won. So after I won, they gave me a competent team. McDan gave me a very competent team. I said, work with this team. And the team have ensured that what I plan to do is being done. Currently, as we speak, the factory is under construction. Okay. I said I needed a truck. The truck has been bought. So very soon, they will finish the construction and they will hand over.
How many jobs are we looking at?
Oh, for now, we are looking at picking about 30 women. Okay. And then some few administrative staff. Interesting
story, Al-Hassan. Yes. We're so grateful that we did hear your story there. Here's an entrepreneur in the face of COVID-19 expressing to us how innovative his product has been throughout these months.